say you live in the streets. Well, I almost died in the streets. Why you out here? You lie to your fans. I almost caught life in the streets. See, you was a liar, 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 pants of fire. See, you was a liar, 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 pants of fire. I was a G when you wasn't legit. Piss on my name to get you in the ditch. Hit with a stick, popped in the head with a rich. Homie that your side with. Then was the days. Now that I'm saved, you better be glad that I am saved. Cause if you hear the sound of the gun, it is too late. And I'm so sick and tired of y'all telling lies to y'all guys like you a ride. You was the same guy that'll talk a lot of smack, then go run and hide. Won't you tell the truth? Cause these kids gon' follow you. Cause everything that you put off in your music, they gon' try to mimic you. You say you live in the streets. Well, I almost died in the streets. Why you out here? You lie to your fans. I almost caught life in the streets. See, you was a liar, 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 pants of fire. See, you was a liar, 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 pants of fire. See, nobody would tell you that when you make an OG call that somebody might answer. And homie that you had shot, he had a family he wouldn't have passed. So what I'm trying to say is that I had to answer to somebody daddy. But he got saved, told me that he forgive me if it went for you, God, I'd be dead on that day. Gon' tell them how they gonna die and lose their soul over some glitter and gold. You could've let that go. But you were too proud, too full of yourself, so you headed for self-destruction. And I know I'm gonna be the one that you hate because I'm telling you about the repercussions. You say you live in the streets. Well, I almost died in the streets. Why you out here? You lie to your fans. I almost caught life in the streets. See, you was a liar, 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 pants of fire. See, you was a liar, 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 pants of fire. Liar, liar.
What it is, world, what's happening, people? Hey, welcome to the Non For Real show where everything we do is...
Nah, for real.
Listen, man, guess who we got here? Y'all see her.
Yes.
Y'all see over there, right?
Guess what?
God will make a way, right?
Chicken butt.
Listen, I want to introduce one fourth. I don't know how you would say it, but a third of Made for Christ.
I'm getting tired of you, man.
The one that y'all can't mess with. No female can touch when it comes to rapping. That's either what you want to say, secular or Christian. I don't think no female can touch her.
Oh my God.
And I'm not saying that just because she with the team. I'm just saying that because she fine. Y'all will see though. The album be coming soon, hopefully. It's on her.
Lord
but I want to welcome my girl, my what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say
this is the
my
longest
dog.
Introduction ever.
Oh, you should have seen Crystals. Miss JJ.
Yeah. We're gonna do that Arsenio arm.
Boy, you showing your age now. The good
I
Arsenio.
am not ashamed.
Hey, listen, y'all. We are here today. We are waiting on Crystal, man. We're gonna talk till Crystal get down here. But listen, this thing messed up. It's supposed to be about the new millennium, and for some reason, it says some crazy stuff. But anyway, JJ, how was your day?
I just got off work, and I'm tired, boss. I was tired.
Crystal, you gotta hurry up and get down here because I can't deal with this. But yeah. So you tired?
I was tired, boss. Yeah, it's crazy.
Well, while you talking, let people know about you while I change this up here. But let people know a little bit about you, and and then we're gonna go into the topic in a second.
Well, hello there, people. How are you? So great to not see you. I guess I don't know. Yeah, no, my name is Mrs. JJ. If no one knows, you should, or maybe not. I don't know. I'm coming. Just get ready. Now, I am one of the maid misses of Made for Christ. Yeah. I didn't get that. No.
You already got it.
I am a Christian artist in the group Made for Christ, and these guys are my fam, like for real. And like anybody, got a testimony. Uh, Quite a bit of testimonies. Still getting some testimonies going through my life right now. But God is amazing. God is absolutely amazing. Just stay tuned. I'll be telling my testimony pretty soon. And some of you guys that have followed me before, I've been missing in action. Yes, I have been. Um,
Nah, for real.
oh, we got the roasting started.
Yeah.
Yeah. An explanation will be coming soon because it is owed to you guys.
Yes, it is.
Um, but
Nah, for real.
all right now.
But yes, you're right. It is.
It is absolutely owed, and I'm giving my public apologies. But God has been really working on me, and I can't wait. I can't wait to give you guys the scoop on what's been going on, man. So yeah. Oh, also, not only do I rap, I dance. I dance. And some of my really, 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 Willie.
That ain't
Yeah.
my name. Don't ever use my
I'm
government
sorry.
name no more.
I am
Even though it's up on Facebook.
right. But I also dance. I'm a praise dancer, and I'm a worshiper at heart, and I really believe in that you don't just have to sing in order to praise God. You can praise him any kind of way. And my thing this year, I'm busting out with all the gifts that God has given me. And
What?
yes, he's
Now
giving me
y'all
many
heard it.
gifts.
Y'all heard it. So hold it to it.
Yes, I gotta follow what God told me. He told me I gotta touch the souls of many with the gifts He's given me.
Look who in the building, yo.
Krista's my twin. It's my twin. Can y'all tell?
That's
Can y'all
my ace, my boo cool,
tell?
my shouty,
Sorry. Yo, boo.
something like that. Crystal office.
Hey guys, sorry
Yeah. It's okay.
Hey, listen. Crystal, how was your day?
long.
Because today we talking about the new millenniums.
What?
We talking about the new millenniums. These skinny pants, color dreads,
Oh.
dreads wearing kids.
My phone locks.
That's
Mhm.
so rude.
I'm in between.
Yeah, she in between. But no,
I
that's what we're talking about today. We're talking about their behavior. We're talking about their thoughts, I wish G'll be here soon, so we'll be able to get a part of him. But we're gonna talk about the millennium.
is your
But
favorite person
how
in
was
the
your
world?
day? How was your day?
It was long.
It was long.
Yeah.
Did you enjoy it though?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, man. We get to do what we
Make
want to
some
do
money.
because God.
We can take our shoes off.
Why can't you?
What?
This is the nah for real. Do you?
I mean,
You can tell.
You-
Okay.
you don't-
My
you don't
clothes,
see my
guys.
shoes?
I'm so sorry.
Well, they can see yours. They can't see.
Please don't show them your feet.
Hey, listen. Look, y'all.
Not you. Him.
If y'all only seen what I had on, but listen, I wear black shirts. You know why I wear black shirts? Because you can't tell. You just know I got black shirts. I love black, but at the same time, it fits everywhere.
and it makes you look slimmer. That's-
It does
Man,
not
ain't
look
nobody
good.
ask that.
It
I'm
makes you
getting
look
slim
smaller.
anyway because I'm hitting them
No,
gyms.
I don't mean you
No,
personally.
she's saying in
Saying
general.
you in general, like people. It makes.
Nah, for real.
Oh, I think I should put my shoes back on.
Ooh, her shoe,
Why,
but
you
she's
smell-
smelling over here, smelling like Donkey Kong and
Nobody
corn
smell your
chips.
feet.
I don't mean to disrespect the
Katie.
space.
Nah, we just playing. I don't smell
That's
nothing.
my
I do.
friend.
She didn't want it to reach over here. Like when you smell your feet, right? And then all of a sudden you be like, okay, maybe nobody. And then like 2 minutes later, somebody be like, what is that? Yeah, yeah. You like,
You
oh,
just
I don't
gotta
know who
act
that
like
is.
you don't know what it is. Like, what?
I
I
don't
can't
know.
hide this.
Nah, cause then you be like, man, it smell like corn chips. Then you be like,
That's what
you
Katie
look for,
just said. Katie said corn chips.
yeah. Then you look everywhere else, and then when the person
Yeah,
that got
you
their
just act like
shoes off, you
but
be
we
like,
both have our shoes off. So
oh yeah. Then you just blame it on both, but then it got to
you
be
just like,
somebody.
oh,
Well, no, ain't nobody smell nothing when you took yours off, but
that's
mine immediately just rose up. You know,
listen.
like the Falcons.
What is that? What is the?
And I almost like I felt like she was taking a jab, but then it was like rise up. But I don't know how to take that.
What is that? Okay, I have a
Past
question
tense.
about that. Can I ask a question about that?
About what?
Sure.
And I think Katie would be a good person too. All right, so listen. So you know how you have like your team and that's your team.
Yeah.
Let's say you have a pet, like a dog.
Lord
No, I'm serious.
Jesus.
Listen, you have a pet, right? Like
Yeah.
a dog. So if you buy it a toy, is it disrespectful to buy it of your team? Because to me, I
Yes,
feel
it
like it's
is.
disrespectful because you're
No,
giving the
no,
dog
let me
something
take that
to
back.
chew on.
No,
right?
let me take that back.
Oh,
Let me take that back.
So like, it seems disrespectful
No,
if
it's
I
not.
give my dog a falcon toy to chew on because that's rude. If I give it a toy of a team I don't like,
It's like you don't disrespect the
right?
flag.
You know what
Nah,
I mean?
for
Like,
real.
or like buy it a like. I'm just curious.
No, it's not. You know, I'm
I
gonna tell you
think it
why.
might be.
No, I'm gonna tell you why. Because here's the thing: you tell him your dog is so much of a falcon, he bleed it by eating it.
That's
in
what
him.
see. That's what I'm saying. Yes, Katie. She said she gives it all Alex's team, so she gives the dogs. She has 2 dogs. First of all, her dogs. Her dog's name are. I know one is Sanu. Is the other one? Is it Beasley and Sanu? Her dogs' names are Beasley and Sanu. which
Boy,
is
that's how you
hilarious.
get people.
But then she said she gives them. So she gives them all Dallas Cowboys toys.
Mhm.
That's because you should chew on that. That's how I think.
But that's I think that's all on
Yeah.
that's all on family. Because if you be like, if you like, look, we eat this, you know, this is what we do. It's in our blood.
just
We
seems-
it's
It's
injected in
perspective.
it.
I think
Or
it's
you could
yeah.
use it and say, here, this is what we eat on all our enemies. So it just depends
Yeah.
on how you want
I
to do
feel
it.
like you should give it other.
Yeah.
That's perspective.
I mean, that's the same. Hey, look, it's kind of the same way. I thought, you know,
Oh, Beasley passed away.
oh man,
But she
sorry
still
to hear
has
that.
Sanu, and now she has Gizmo.
But
I
look,
love
here's the
Gizmo.
thing though.
I love
Why?
Gizmo. I know.
Here's the
feed 'em
thing
after
though.
midnight?
See, this is why you can't have them on here because they be over here instead of on what we're talking about. You were just talking about something and we're trying to finish it, but you're talking about ooh and Gizmo and Sanu. Oh, I love Gizmo. And then she's gonna start talking about the freaking
Listen,
the whatever they
My
name.
boy.
this is why there's like FGRZW
Yeah,
what is
yeah.
that title?
No, that ain't supposed
What
to
are
be
we
there.
talking about?
It wasn't supposed to be there.
because God is
I forgot.
redirecting this
No, it ain't.
conversation.
Listen. You know, like it's like the rug too. Like I be sitting there with the rug, like when people walk on the Falcon rug,
Oh.
Yeah,
because
that's
it's
what I'm
here
saying.
to show you I love the
Don't put your
Falcons. But
feet on
when
that.
you walk on it,
And wipe
but you
your
know,
dirty feet on it.
Right.
yeah, but you know the Falcons are like that though. You
No,
can't
in the
step on the
locker room.
Falcon
Yeah,
in
you
the
can't
locker
step
room.
on-
That's
you're not
crazy,
supposed to
ain't it?
step on it
Step
in
on
the
a crack,
locker
break your
room.
mama back. No.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay.
Listen, we're gonna talk about the new millenniums, man. We're gonna talk about these new millenniums, and
Look, we have Christmas decorations, y'all. These are so cute. Where did these come from?
Oh, oh, oh.
Look
Green
how
giant-
cute
oh,
they
green giant.
are.
You
G-
can barely
G-
see his face.
G put them up there.
It's good job, G. That's my son. You know,
Because he has strep throat. It's swollen. That's all you
Well,
see is
Santa,
white.
He has, it's bushy.
That's his beard.
Yeah.
Why is he?
that's
Lo-
her.
oh, he's looking up.
Look at
Oh my
son.
God, Lord Jesus, help her.
I'm just
Hello.
saying. Yeah.
Help her, Lord.
Please, Lord, give me all the help I need.
Please, Jesus, help.
It may help if you. Well, I guess it's kind of too late.
What?
I was gonna say if you change the topic, everybody's like, "What?" Are they
I can't.
talking
I
about?
can't change the topic once you're on
What
unless
is
we go
that?
out and go
What
in.
No, don't do that. What are you
So,
talking about?
Huh?
Right.
That's gonna. Everybody's like,
It's
"What are they
gibberish.
talking about?"
It's gibberish.
It's gibberish. It's gibberish.
the first thing that comes to mind. That's what we're talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah.
Off the
As
dome.
it usually is.
Nah, but listen, we're gonna as soon as I get this, we're gonna talk about that the millenniums, man. So here's my thing, right?
You always have a thing.
Yeah, I got a thing. Yes,
Always.
I was finna say something.
Go
I
ahead.
was about to say something, literally.
Yeah, always about
But
to say something. Sorry.
listen, this is why you don't have two women on at the same time.
That's so
This
I
is the
beg
reason
to
why.
differ.
That's so rude.
But listen, we're talking about the way this new millennium is feel entitled. They have like entitlement. That's one, and two, their attitudes stink. I ain't gonna say all,
Definitely
but
can't say all.
nah,
Right.
but majority of what I don't ran into, most of their attitudes stink, and you could tell the way a child was raised by the way they act and the way they talk. And what I mean by that is most times when a kid say yes sir, no sir, yes ma'am, no ma'am, that's a southern thing. I really think.
Sure.
I think that's a real
It
southern
is,
thing.
for the most
And you
part.
could tell that
From
they
my
was
experience.
you could tell they was raised with a acknowledgement of saying, okay, give respect to the elders or whatever. And that lets you know that you know when a person talk in the way that they talk, you can kind of sense how you can engage with them. You get what I'm saying? Like when a kid, yeah, Uh-huh.
What?
Yeah. That kid ain't used to that lifestyle of saying, you get what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, well, to some people that's just normal though.
no, no, no. I'm not saying that it ain't normal, but at the same time, most kids that I've ran into that say, yeah, uh-huh, is the main ones that feel super entitled. Most of them.
Mm.
I haven't ran into one yet. Or they feel like they can stay at your home and run your house. Or they can stay at your home and then go, why I gotta do this? Why I gotta pay this? Or you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So majority of them, you can tell kind of. I'm not saying all of them are like that, but the ones that I have ran into, they feel entitled. You know what I'm saying? They feel like they can have their cake and eat it too. And it's a lot of parents out here that are scared. Either one, they're scared of their kids, they're scared of losing their kids, or they're scared of the system,
Or maybe all three.
or maybe all three. But it's one or the other. Like,
Mhm.
and it's like it's to a point now where, like, even they be asking people like when it comes to the games, right? They ask the OGs why y'all ain't not there showing or teaching them the rules, and they say the new millennium won't listen or they'll kill you quick, right?
Mm.
I feel like it's a way that you come at them, but at the same time, my thing is with this new millennium or with parents that have kids, how do you? Okay, I ask y'all as moms, and then I'm gonna chime in as a dad. How do you change that if you are a well, if you I'll go down, but how do you change that as a mom? And let's just say you don't have the dad. Well, we're gonna say you do have a dad in the home, and then we're gonna come back and say, well, what if you don't have a dad in the home? How do you handle that?
How do you handle?
Like discipline, or how do you handle the whole? How do you raise them, or what do you do to push them in the right direction
Mhm.
as a mother
Okay.
with a husband, or
With or without?
no, with right now, then we're gonna come back without. You
Okay.
get what I'm saying?
I know
Because
both.
because parents are gonna be
Katie said punch him in the throat.
punch you in the throat,
I agree.
but parents is going to want to know, okay, what if I don't have a father?
Yeah.
Then how do I do it as a father or as a mom? And
Yeah.
and it's just us. So how do you do that, or what do you do, or what is it that you need to do?
I've 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 had the pleasure of knowing both sides of the spectrum.
Mm-hmm.
With a dad, without a dad.
Mm-hmm.
I to me personally, like off the rip, it starts while they're young. It starts while they are young before they can even talk.
Mm-hmm.
And the key, honestly, to steer them in the right direction or push them from one direction to the other is consistency.
Mm.
You got to put your foot down and keep it down and let them know that this is the boundary, this is the line in the sand,
Okay.
so they know how far to go, and to think twice about even testing it. Like I said, you can start, even while they're crawling. They understand. Kids understand. Babies understand. If you take their hand and you move it away or move them away from, that part of the kitchen or something like that.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. And as they're coming up, well, without, I'll. You say we're gonna speak on with a dad first.
Whichever one you want to do first, we'll go there.
Well, my first experience was without a dad.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I was too young to, as a young mother. I became a mom at 17, and so learning, things for myself,
Mm-hmm.
and then trying to teach them. I already had anger issues in the beginning, that I didn't even realize were anger issues,
Mm-hmm.
and I brought my kids up, my sons at the time, um, with that. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, it's like the blind leading the blind.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? All I knew, and I don't necessarily think it's a Southern thing. as far as the respect goes, because I was raised, even though I'm born and raised in Miami,
That ain't helping
my
your case.
my parents are from New York, born and raised in New York.
Mm-hmm.
So they're not Southern. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And my father passed when I was 8 years old. So I was raised without a dad. But my mom, friends of the family, you know what I'm saying? They all kept that same pedigree, that same notion that you're gonna when we speak to you and you answer back, you respond is with yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, yes, sir, no, sir. And
Mm-hmm.
so that instilled in me, and then I instilled that in my kids. Even though I was still doing the whole angry thing or whatnot. But it was a whole like, you're gonna say yes, ma'am to me. You're gonna say no, ma'am to no, it's not what. It's not what.
Right.
But I stayed consistent with that. And even still now to this day, with my sons being 25 and 24, they still are yes, ma'am. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even when they're angry, even though they're grown and they cuss and do all of that, they
Yeah.
still respect me enough to say, I'm not gonna say that, mom. Or if they slip up and say it,
Yeah.
I apologize for the language, mom. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So it was instilled in them at a very young age with that, as far as being without the dad. I had to do that.
So but okay, so yes, I think it is a Southern thing. Not trying to argue about it, but I do. And I'm gonna tell you why.
Mm,
Because majority of the people that I have met from East Coast
yeah.
or from like Midwest, they be like, you don't have to say yes, ma'am, or no, ma'am to me.
Yeah, I mean,
You get what I'm
I
saying?
grew up
Like
where
most
I
people
grew up,
I've
nobody said
yeah.
yes, ma'am, no, ma'am.
So that's the
Like,
only reason,
Yeah.
I
and it
say
wasn't taught
majority. I'm
here
not saying it's
either.
all,
Yeah.
but majority is taught down
The only
here.
thing we weren't allowed to
You
do
know.
was say like, yeah. You had to say like yes. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
if you call me and I'm like, yeah, you're like, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But it's yes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it was
Right.
Yeah.
no yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. And then even when I go up there now, like, or when we went to New York, it was the same thing.
Yeah.
People
Yeah.
were just like, oh, you're
Huh?
not,
What? You don't say yes,
you're
ma'am to
not
me.
around here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're not from around here. Yeah, so and then maybe it's too because New York have a lot of different
Well,
cultures
I
too.
mean, my mom is
maybe, yeah.
70.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, it could
be,
my
yeah.
parents were much
Yeah,
older.
it's
Right,
just it's yeah, but my like I said, my like running to any New Yorker that I've ran into, it's
Yeah.
always you don't have to say that to me. We don't say that or you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I've heard
It's
that
not there.
too.
So
Yeah.
so I when I'm in the South, you hear it all the time. I don't care how
Yeah.
gangster someone is. If
Yeah.
they raised in the South, when they run into a elder, someone older than them, it's yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And that's just something like it's almost to the point where the whole it ain't like that no more. But you disrespect the elder, it's almost
Mhm.
like everybody jumping on you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It ain't like
Yeah.
that no more.
Yeah.
And I think the reason why it's not like that anymore is because, well, in Atlanta, Atlanta's not like Atlanta like it used to be.
I don't think
It-
anywhere is anywhere like
yeah,
it
but
used to
Atlanta
be.
used to be 10 years ago. I'll say 10, 15 years ago.
Yeah.
Atlanta, you still could tell Atlanta. You see what I'm saying? Like maybe
Yeah.
15 years ago, you still could tell Atlanta. Now it's like, whoa, what happened? Like it's totally different. Like it's totally. Most people either don't move out of Atlanta or they locked up.
Same thing with Miami.
You know what I'm saying? So it's
Katie,
crazy.
Katie said sometimes you can raise your kids right, and as they get older, they will become disrespectful. My kids don't, but I know some kids where I know their parents taught them better, and now they act like they don't know
But see,
better.
but here's the
Yeah.
thing though with that, Katie, and this is why I'm on this topic because we're gonna probably be on this topic for a while. And what I mean is like take it over to the next episode or next. But here's the problem with that. Most times when a kid becomes disrespectful when they get older, it's because they can. And second of all, there's something that the parent was lacking.
Well,
You get what I'm
or it
saying?
could be
Mhm.
something that was they could be angry. Kids
That's what
can
I'm
be
Oh,
kids
saying.
can be
yeah.
So it
angry
was
about
some,
Yes.
something.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was
They will
something
let
that the
loose.
There's no
parents,
resolve.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's something that the parents
Yeah.
that they're holding on to the parents and they feel like, okay, now that I'm out your house or now that I'm grown, I can do me. You can't say
Yeah.
anything to me now because
Right.
there's something that the parents have did or something that the kids feel that the parents have
Well, see,
did.
that's what I think.
Yeah.
I think
And it became,
discipline is
I don't know why
absolutely
yours sound
necessary.
like that. Yours sound
Mine?
crazy. Yeah. It
Oh.
don't sound like what's the name, but anyway, go ahead.
But I think discipline is definitely necessary, especially like when they're younger.
Uh-huh.
Hmm.
But to me, communication is the key element. It's the most important thing in parenting. It's the most important thing in any relationship.
Mhm.
But particularly parenting, because just like how you were talking about before, and we had this conversation before about how, you know, you were dealing with anger issues yourself and you pass that to your kids, knowingly and unknowingly, you know what I mean? And then there's things that if you don't address those situations and you're not healed and whole, you can't possibly raise a healed and whole child.
Yeah,
It's not
you're
ever
right.
going to happen. Whatever's wrong with you is broken in you is going to be broken in them, and it's going to grow and, you know, magnify.
I can tell you a quick testimony about that.
Mhm.
I was talking to my oldest last night, and I genuinely asked him. I said, "What do you feel?" Because he asked me, Mom, when did I start really giving you problems and stuff like that? You know what I'm saying? I was like, you was really good up until 15. 15, you just went buck
It's
the
something
heck
about them
crazy.
boys.
Yeah.
I think when they, start feeling themselves and
Now,
feeling the world.
boys are either gonna
That
they're either gonna give you
testosterone.
hell. They're
Yeah.
either gonna give you hell at the beginning, and then they wise up,
Yeah.
or they're
Yeah.
gonna wait.
And
And
then
when they
do it
get older, they're
a-
gonna give
yeah.
they good, and then when they get older, they give you hell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I genuinely asked him, I said, what do you think was the reason why you and your brother just went totally berserk?
Yeah.
Like, and I asked him, I said, because I just really wanted to know what I did to contribute,
Right.
like from your perspective.
Right.
Yeah.
And he literally said, because we felt like you did not want to hear us.
And
Yeah.
that's how it is.
They were angry.
The
I said,
kid,
wow.
man,
Right.
kids want
and you
to
don't
be
realize,
heard.
yeah, you don't know like that that's a thing because
Yeah.
we're the generation of children should be seen and not heard.
Right.
Sit down, shut up, stay in a child's place. Like we're that
Yeah,
generation. We're a product of that
exactly.
generation.
Yeah. And we know
so
how it
we
feels.
kind of push that off onto our own kids at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Until
Yeah. It
Yeah.
had to
manifest.
their anger had to come out. Like any anger, period. It has to go, it's energy. It
Yes.
has to be
Yes.
somewhere. And their energy was directed to me going to court.
Yeah.
Court hearings. My youngest son going to jail for
Mhm.
about 17 months at the age of 13. You know what I'm saying? Just countless amount of issues, problems
Yeah.
with the law. Like the judge knew my name, he knew my family. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? It's like, oh, you're here again, type thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And what he expressed to me was that the issues that me and my husband had back then was basically spilling onto them. He felt
Yes.
like
Yes.
I was
Boy,
always
yes.
taking my husband's side and
Sure.
never heard them,
Sure.
never,
Yeah.
listen to what they had to say. Never, like when they had problems or anything with my husband, they felt like, okay, well, mom's not going to listen to us, so I don't even
Yeah.
want to be home. I'm not
Right.
even seen or heard at home.
And see, here's the thing with that. And I want to chime in on that, but first I want to say this. I think it's discipline, then communication. That's how I feel.
Sure.
I'm just saying, like,
Yeah,
you got
set the parameters.
me. I'm a firm believer. Your kids have to fear you to a certain extent. To a certain
Like
They have to
extent.
respect you,
Right.
right?
It's like a
yeah.
respect.
I ain't gonna say
They have
respect.
to respect
Respect come later.
You. No,
They need
I
to.
don't think it
I'm
does.
just that's just me. No. Listen,
Okay.
that's just me.
Yeah.
My thing is they need to fear you first. Know that you crazy or know that you can be crazy. They need to know that.
Yeah.
I truly believe that. Then respect. And when respect come with the communication, all that. That's how I feel. But and the reason why I say that is because they have to know that they have to feel that mom or dad can kind of, they'll go there if they need to.
Yeah.
If a kid doesn't feel that you'll go there, they're gonna do what they want to do. The only reason they're gonna stop because they don't feel like hearing you do this.
Yeah.
But then they're gonna keep going. You're gonna wonder why they keep doing it. I feel like they have to feel you just a little bit, not fear. Like
I
you
understand
get what I'm saying, but
yeah.
just know that I could get crazy
That's
if I
like
need
running
to.
a red light.
Yeah,
know you're gonna get caught by the police.
Yeah.
You're gonna get a ticket. You're gonna fear
Yeah.
getting into trouble like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
So-
that's different from the respect part.
Yeah, so that's my thing. Now with what you were saying about they need to be heard, like and I'm only speaking on experience from when I grew up and from me being a dad. Ooh, excuse me. Some of us as parents don't know how to be parents because we was never taught how to be parents, and if we was taught by what our parents did to us. You get what I'm
That's the
saying?
only
We brought it
difference.
into
Right.
our thing. And that's where the problem lies because sometimes we'll say, I ain't never gonna be like you. And then our kids is completely out of control because we don't want to ever discipline them. We don't want to ever do this. Nobody can say nothing to them. Then you have the, okay, I'm gonna be too strict. Now you don't listen, you don't hear. I'm trying to talk to you and let you know, and you're not hearing me. And then you have, but you don't have, well, I ain't gonna say you don't. It is a way to become this if if you listen or if you are willing. And that's 50-50. You get what I'm saying? Where you have to communicate and you have to discipline. And when you discipline a kid, and Krista taught me this, when you discipline a kid, you need to let that kid know why you're disciplining. Not discipline, yeah, exactly. But not discipline them and then go say, like, I'm gonna tell you straight up, with me, when they was younger, and I tell my wife this all the time. I say, in a way, I love the way I raised them, but I hate the way I raised them. And I wish I can go back, just a little bit, because I wish I would have listened more. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just raw, because me, it was all about do.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
It was just about do. Not understanding that I'm putting the same anger, the same resentment, the same I hate authority in my kids that was instilled in me. You get what I'm saying? So it was like, dang, you know what I mean? So
well, and I think too though, I think sometimes we lose focus, and I'm not. It's easy to do, but I think a lot of times we as parents lose focus of the whole point and the way, that we have to raise our kids. It's like it's it's just like how God is with us. It's less about letter of the law and more about spirit of the law. I'm not concerned with the fact that if I tell you to be in the house at 10 o'clock and you show up at my door at 10:05, it's less about the fact that you're 5 minutes late, because then, what are you carrying over from that as you get older? You know what I mean? Like when you go to live on your own, and Willie and I have had this conversation several times, like when you go to live on your own and you've just lived under the idea, I need to be in the house by 10 o'clock every night, because there's nothing good going on out there after 10 o'clock or whatever. You know what I mean? It's you don't know how to function
exactly
instead of understanding the reason you need to be in the house at 10 o'clock, and then developing a respect for that idea. You know what I mean? And the point that I'm trying to get you to understand.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
And I think a lot of times we lose focus on that aspect of it. And so we are driving the whole letter of the law versus spirit of the law situation.
That's what changed in me between children, because my boys, they represent my childhood, basically, because I was still a kid while I had them. And then my girls, they represent me as an adult. And what changed is that part is I actually answer my kid when they ask me why. Because they need to know why.
And see,
why am I getting in trouble?
And it's so crazy though.
I'm sorry.
But what's so crazy? Let my kids ask me why.
Oh,
what?
Absolutely.
Well, here's what's funny.
Absolutely.
Here's what's funny. There's literally a scripture in the Bible, in the Old Testament, that says, when they ask you why, and this is God speaking, when they ask you why, tell them this particular thing. God doesn't owe you any type of explanation. If anybody knows you doesn't owe you an explanation, it's certainly God. But God was already prepared on that end, saying, when they ask you, because I know they're going to ask, because that's human nature to want to know why. I don't understand. How come this is this way? And that's the thing, is that when you give that, you breed a faithfulness in them, because they're able to see and respect the idea behind it, not just this is how it is. You know what I mean? It's the idea behind it, right? It's that there's a purpose in it,
right?
And the purpose, exactly. And it's when you can catch that vision, everything changes. Your obedience changes, because now I understand.
Right.
You know what I mean? So you're obliged to be obedient to that kind of stuff. You're not just rebellious because it's like, anytime somebody tells you not to do something, your human nature is to do it right then. Don't touch that. Okay. You know what I mean? Like, Nemo, you put one fin on that butt. And then Nemo's like,
exactly.
Just because that was the one thing he wasn't supposed to do. So it's the one thing he wanted to do. But then he went through this whole situation as a result and a consequence of what he did, but had his dad from the very beginning made known to him the reason why I don't want you to do this. Nemo would have never wanted to touch the butt.
And you know what? He kind of did. He was like, "There's other fishes out there."
Right,
da, da, da." You know what I'm
right.
saying? Instead of yelling it.
And it was the fear though. Marlin was afraid.
Yeah,
Remember, he was, and so he was
yes.
projecting fear onto Nemo. It was always like,
Right.
oh my god, because and in all fairness, it's because of what happened to Nemo's mom. Marlin experienced that, and
Right.
so of course he's traumatized by that, but he passed that trauma on to his child because now
Thinking
he's
he's doing him a
fluttering.
favor.
Exactly. Now he's fluttering over him in fear, and all of a sudden, Nemo's like, I don't need to be afraid.
Right.
I have no need to fear. And so he didn't have understanding as to why he wasn't supposed to touch it.
Exactly.
Had he just had general understanding and genuine understanding, it would have changed everything. He would have been obliged to be obedient, never had to go through what he went through. And it's the same thing with our kids. If we can give them that and not instill fear into them and make them think, you know what I mean? Oh, the world is a horrible place. Don't go out there and do anything, because if you
Right.
do, but if you're honest with your kids and you're open and you
Yes.
communicate and you get them to understand things, they're obliged to be obedient,
Mm.
and it changes everything.
Exactly.
It really, but there wouldn't have been a movie though.
Then we wouldn't have Nemo. Dang it, man! I love Nemo. Nemo's like one of my favorite. movies.
Yes.
And see, my thing is that as with us, right? We dropped the ball hard. I ain't gonna say we, but
we did.
we dropped the ball hard.
We did.
We dropped the
Speak
ball
on
hard
it.
because the thing is that we knew what it take to raise a kid, but then when they got here, it was like, whoa, you automatically switch to mama mode or dad mode, whoever you were raised by.
Yeah.
You automatically switch to that mode. You get what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
with me and Crystal, right? And one thing about me and her is I will put our business out there because I know people need to hear it. And no, because people will look at you and think, oh, y'all didn't go through nothing, or y'all wasn't this, or y'all wasn't that. Like when me and Crystal, yeah, like for real. Like 'cause Crystal, she was the type of person, right? She was the type of person, she talked first, and you like almost like you had to push her in a corner before she I'm not saying she didn't discipline him. Don't get it twisted. But like with me, it was, I tell you one time after that.
One and done.
One and done. Yeah,
One
that's
and
me.
One and done.
That's me. It's one and done. And then sometimes after I give you a warning, I was always a believer to give you a warning first.
Yeah.
After that, I might tell you, I'm the type of person where I might go, you got 3 seconds. Or no, you got 5 seconds to put that down. 1, I hit you. I pop you.
Dang.
Reason why, and my thought is, I don't want you to, because I've seen kids, I don't want you to ever, when I tell you to put it down, you hear my count, that means it's serious. Go put it down.
Serious.
Yeah. So my thing is, because kids will sit right there. You got to have a count of 4, and they wait exactly right before you get to 4, or wait till you get to 4, and then they go put it down because they know they got a couple of seconds
Right.
to
It's
do it.
always to
'Cause they
push the
know
boundaries.
that-
Yeah,
it's
But
to
that's
push the
human
boundaries.
nature. It's
Yeah,
always
yeah,
to push
it's-
the boundaries.
exactly,
That's how we
exactly.
live our lives. And that's, I
Exactly.
think, another thing we fail to remember is that kids are tiny humans.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
humans. They
Yeah.
have emotion. They have opinion. They have insight.
Yeah.
They have, perspective.
Yep.
They're little humans, and it's easy to forget that a lot of times, to be like,
Especially when they get disrespectful.
right.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes.
Yeah.
Like, hold on, bro.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Hold up, son.
Right. I remember I boxed G into a corner one day.
Oh.
Yeah, because I was just, he was young too. He'd have thought
Oh.
who thought he was grown that day though.
Oh.
I had him in a corner.
And
And
see,
I was so because he raised his fist at me.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
like, oh, that's what we doing.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
All right, what's up then?
Okay.
It's
What's
like
up
the
then?
streets.
Right.
The streets.
Let
Yeah,
me
what's
let
up?
you know real quick that
Yeah.
I'm not the one.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
And
Well,
it-
and that
it's-
goes back to what you were saying.
Right, yeah.
Let them know that
Right.
mama, daddy
Let
can't
me
be
let you
crazy.
know.
Yeah, exactly. So I want to say this too, that going into this, this is another thing that we need to hit on. Sometimes the dad, and I'm saying this because I want other parents to know, because me and Krista has been through this. Sometimes the dad don't want to be the bad guy all the time. The dad want to love. The
But
dad
you're so
want,
good at it.
no. The dad want to love. The dad want to be the one to save you from mom,
and I
or
think
save you
that's-
from
That's
from,
relationship dependent too, though, because I know
Yeah.
people where the mom is the disciplinarian and the
And the
dad
dad.
Exactly.
totally
Yeah.
the
He's
brush
totally.
off.
But see, that's the thing. That's what I'm saying. It's the same way, like with you. How I was the hardest, and you was like, you again. You would do what you need to do, but you was more of the kind one. And it's like, if you would have been mean, then I could be kind sometimes. And there's no way you can have two mean. If you
No,
have
yeah,
two
for
mean
sure.
parents
Oh,
in the
that's-
thing, your
yeah.
kid's crazy.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
they are.
Your kid is completely
Not they're
crazy. No, I'm telling you straight up. Your kid is
Sir.
crazy. If both of your
He's so
parents
They gonna be
is
mean
just
too.
if but let's think about
They
it.
gonna be mean in school.
Boy,
Right,
what?
sure.
Ain't nobody gonna be able to say that to them. Nobody.
No.
If your kid is getting it by both parents
Hey,
on
Alana.
I bet you they
Some-
bullies at school.
but what?
I bet you.
Somebody has got to be easy and somebody's got to be hard. Or we switch roles. Sometimes we play good cop, bad cop, whatever you want to
See,
say.
yeah,
Balance.
kids. Katie said the kid's dad always wanted to be their friend, and she was the bad guy.
Exactly. And that's
Oh.
but that goes both ways. Like for
But
the
you're
women,
probably
for-
good at it, Katie.
but for the women who was mean,
Girl power.
men step up. For the women who was nice, women
Well,
step up.
I don't
And-
think it's a purposeful thing.
No, it's
though.
not. But what I'm saying is,
Kind of falls.
what
like
I'm
that.
saying is, yeah,
Yeah.
it falls like. But what I'm saying
Right.
is, whoever's playing the nice guy and the good guy, you have to switch because unless that person just loves it. I don't love it.
Well, see, but it
I
comes.
just-
But
you-
I'm gonna
you get
be.
what I'm
If I'm
saying?
gonna be honest with you, it seems like you did.
No, I didn't.
It seemed like you loved it.
No,
And
it-
I'll tell Willie that all the time. I'm just like, you, this makes you happy. You like
No,
this.
no.
And he's just like, I know. I'm like, I think you do.
But see, here's the thing. Here's the thing though, and this is crazy, but I always wanted you to take that side so I can run to him and go, she ain't gonna touch you. You're okay. I wanted that. No, for real.
That's crazy.
Because I wanted my kids to understand that they dad. I wanted them to understand that their dad wasn't just disciplined because I hate you or anything. I
Yeah.
disciplined you because I had to. You had to come up a certain way. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But at the same time, come here. I'll hug you.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Some parents don't do that. Some men, and I'm talking about men. Some men don't even hug their own.
Well, some
know that-
moms don't either.
I know, but I'm just saying. I'm speaking on
Yeah.
me being a man. You have to
Right.
speak on the woman thing. Like I can only speak on what I see
Yeah.
or what I went through. But like with my mom, right? My mom didn't. She didn't hug us like she should have
Yeah.
because she had to be hard. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like she had to be.
Well,
hard.
she thought she did.
Yeah, yeah, because we didn't have a male figure.
Right.
And
So
see,
she
I was
had to
just gonna
play
ask
both
you that.
roles.
Yeah.
She
what
had to
about the
play
woman that has
both
to play
roles.
Right, yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And with us, like with the girls, she was when my sister got a little older, when she got a certain age, because it was things that she did with my sister that I feel like, shouldn't have been done. But at the same time, with the girls, and it might have been vice versa. They might have seen it too differently. But with the girls, it was more kind of a little more cuddle.
Like favoritism.
No, I ain't gonna say favoritism.
More
It was
just like
just
they maybe
she didn't
girls
have-
need it more.
yeah,
Oh.
or like she didn't have to be mean to them because they was
Well, I'm
girls.
sure
You get what I'm
helped.
saying? But in our eyes, it was like you love them more than us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for
You get what I'm
sure,
saying?
for
Yeah.
sure.
And then like there was time when my dad, he showed I'm gonna say favoritism towards the girls because it was like, whoa, you know what I'm saying? Like Christmas come,
Mm.
you get them all this, and then we get two things, and it'd be garbage two things. And the reason why I'm saying it's garbage because it'd be like
You ain't put no effort in.
no effort. It'd be like socks and
Ah,
underwear or
Ouch.
stuff you
So-
need.
Right.
yeah, yeah. But the girls get all the
What they
toys,
want,
Right.
what they want.
want.
So it was like you seen that. So and that's how certain kids are.
Yeah.
And that's why, like Chris said, communication is key. Because here's the thing. If your kids okay, I'm gonna put this out. When we was having a meeting one time, you was here, everybody was here, having a meeting one time, and G went to another level.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he was like, you said that you can kill me if you want.
Yeah.
And he took it as me saying, I
will
can kill
you.
you.
A literal
I don't
thing.
Right,
I
I
don't
will
love
kill
you. I don't love
Right.
and that's
Right.
not, and I had to this is why and that's why I say communication key, because if he would have never said anything, he would have grew up thinking that same way all the time, no matter how much I tell him I love him.
Right.
And that's not what
Yeah.
I was saying. I was saying if I was a parent who did not love their child or a parent who did not care about their kids, this is what I can do to you.
Right.
See, they don't
But
ever
I
hear
don't
that.
I
Yeah.
can't I can't do that to you because I love you too much.
Right, but see that trigger
You
word.
get what I'm saying?
those
Yeah,
trigger
yeah, it
words
was
right
it
there.
was
he
that
got
trigger
stuck
word.
right there.
Yeah,
That was
and
it.
Yeah,
see-
you got stuck right there.
Yeah,
That's it.
yeah.
That's all you heard.
and that's what it is, and that's why even parents got to shut up sometime And I'm saying it to myself. Parents have to shut up and listen to their kids.
Yeah.
Like, even though if it hurt or not. Because see, what happens, right? What happens is your kids is gonna do, they're not gonna say nothing. They're gonna sit here and they're gonna be that kid that they're supposed to be till they get out. Or until they get up big enough to where they feel like you can't do nothing. And then when you're in public, they're gonna let you have it.
Yes.
And what they're gonna do, all the beans is gonna be spilled.
Yes.
And then everybody's gonna look at you like,
all the secrets.
yeah,
Right.
everybody gonna look at you like, oh, I thought you
Well,
was this person. I thought you.
Yes.
We all know JJ. She can't get away with nothing anyway.
Heck no.
Because Amani will tell
Everything.
everything.
So
I'm so
yeah.
glad I'm saved.
so that's the
Amani
thing.
be like, we don't have no hot water, so we had to boil water on the stove, take a bath.
Yeah. And that's the crazy thing, Mike. Like, that's the crazy. What? Yeah, like where that come from?
Why are you telling me? It just be the first thing she say when she come in the door. Hey,
With a
we
straight
ain't
face.
got no hot water.
Yeah. My mom just ate something sweet and she knows she ain't supposed to.
My
She
mom
was
is-
on a diet. I thought my mom was on a diet, but she ate a sneaker. No, she mad
No.
because you didn't give her none.
My
So
mom
she
is
tell
fat
you.
is fat and she's complaining. She needs to go to the gym.
Yeah. So
really.
Amani, make sure you
But I
know.
promise you, I promise you, when I started shutting up,
yeah,
the relationship between me and
Yeah.
my kids individually
yeah.
changed
And,
drastically.
but I want to say, parents think because when you say shut up, oh, they're not gonna be disrespectful to me. No,
no,
they're not being disrespectful. But what we had some kids where their parents wanted them to talk, right?
Yeah,
And then when the kids talk, they got pissed off at them.
you can't do that.
How you gonna tell the kid to be open? How you gonna tell the kid to
They
be?
can't trust you now.
Yeah. How you
Right,
gonna tell
yeah.
them to talk to you? But then when they start,
Get
and
mad
they
at what they say.
yeah, because they don't told you did this wrong or they felt you did this wrong.
Yeah.
Kids don't know how to communicate, and I
Gotta
found
teach
this
them
out.
how.
They don't know how to communicate. So especially if you are a dad or a mom that's raw, like you just say what you say,
Unfiltered.
like me,
Right.
then respect when your kids do it because they
Right,
trying to
'cause
be
they're-
like that.
Right, for
Or they
sure.
trying to,
For
so
sure.
so when they
We are their
come
model.
yeah.
Exactly.
so when they come raw at you, don't get bitter. They
Right.
only know what you give them.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Exactly,
So,
exactly.
and that's what I tell my kids. I tell my kids all the time. I say, if you're gonna talk to me with respect. If I'm angry at you right now, don't say nothing. Go on about your business. Wait till things calm down. Then
Right.
come back and say, Dad, can I talk to you? Because
Yeah.
I don't hear you being respectful.
And we
Right.
even had to have that conversation on
Yeah,
the flip side.
yeah.
Because I'm like, okay, if you expect that, then do the kids get the same grace?
And I say,
Do they
no,
get the
heck no,
same-
they don't get that.
You
They
know,
in
do
my
they get
house.
the same capability to walk
Right.
away and be
Yeah.
mad and be angry and be in their feelings?
No, they in my
Right.
Because they're
house.
humans too. I mean, if
Right.
you expect that,
Yeah.
that
And
has
see-
to be something you have to be
And
willing
listen,
to give
as
in
a-
return.
And as a man, I'm being 100. That's what used to piss me off about her. Because
Of
I used to
course
be
it
like,
did.
now I understand. But at first, it's like, nigga,
Mhm.
they're not on my level. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Because see, and that's the
They're-
the other thing.
this
It
my
was
house.
always-
They
that's
stay
the
at my
one. That's
house.
the one right there. This is my house.
They stay at
And
my
if you're
house.
telling a kid, this is my house,
Yeah.
it automatically
out
means
your
it's
house.
not yours.
Yeah.
And if you don't feel like this is your home and you belong here,
Yeah.
which is the one place you should be, there's a guy that has a quote that I love that says that home is the only place where you can be an anarchist. You can walk around in your underwear
Yeah.
and nobody can
Mm.
say anything to you.
Yes.
It's literally the only place
Your
you
safe
can
haven.
be
Nah,
yourself. It's the
real.
only place where you can be totally
That is
yourself.
your safe
Yeah.
haven.
I mean, you can go out in
Yep.
the world and be yourself, but you're gonna get what you get. But
Yeah.
at home, that's your space.
With
And
no
so
judgment.
kids have to feel that too, though.
Yes.
They have
Amen.
to have their own space
Amen.
to belong and to figure
Yes.
things out and to work through life and that kind of stuff. And if they don't have that, if you're taking that from them,
Mm.
then they're going to not only look
Ooh.
for it outside,
It's the
but
voice.
That's
you know
when
what
the
I mean?
gangs come
Yeah.
in.
Their voice
Yeah,
away.
sure.
That's
If you, because
that's when
imagine
the
if somebody
gangs
took your-
come in.
Yeah, gangs
Yep.
or making other people feel oppressed, like bullying and all that
Yep.
kind of stuff. All that stuff will manifest as a result of what you're doing in your house.
Amen.
Because the thing is that
Exactly.
if you, like you said, if you take their voice
Yeah.
and they can't scream and hear, please believe they're
They
going to
gonna
scream
scream
out
out
there,
Can
and
you
they're
read?
going to make sure somebody understands.
Can you read those? Do I need to go up anything?
No, Katie said scripture is your guide. Perry J said train up a child in the way he should go, and
Yeah.
when he is old, he will not part from it.
Right.
Katie said the kid. There you go. Oh, that we already read that one. But that's okay. They respect me for it. This is Katie.
Uh-huh.
And come to me when they need advice on things. I treated all my kids the same.
That's what I'm talking
And
about.
that's hard sometimes too.
It is
To be
hard. It's
honest,
very hard.
sometimes it
It's
is
very hard.
For me, it is
Yes.
Yeah.
sometimes. And I don't mean for it to be that way, but
Right.
sometimes it is, you
Yeah.
know, because you know the
It's
mannerisms of your
relational.
children too.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I
It's
mean? Like,
relational. Yeah.
yeah, it's just like, you know, I have friends that I'm closer to than other people because I appreciate the mannerisms or
Yeah.
I appreciate their humor or something. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Right.
I think it's the same with our kids, but yeah, you do definitely have to treat them all the same.
Amen.
Alana said, yes, listen and with an open mind and no judgments.
Yeah.
Yes, that part right there, the judgment.
That's
Yes.
hard.
And that's the thing
That's hard.
that's and I'm gonna say this. Christians are the main one.
Oh boy.
Christians.
Yeah, sure.
Christian parents
Yes.
are the main one that will ask your kids, what up, boy? Giovanni is in the building. But listen, but Christians are the Christians are the main one. Let me turn you on. Christians are the main one that will sit and tell their kids, talk to me. And then when the kids open up, they hold that to them and then throw it back up to them
Well,
3,
they
4,
do that-
5
they do
years
that for
later.
everybody. They don't do that
No,
for
but I'm just
kids. They
saying,
do that
yeah, they do for
Scripture
everybody.
in their
But
face.
yes,
Oh,
yes,
sure. Shove it down their throat.
yes.
Yeah, then they don't want to know Jesus.
You on?
You hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
They don't want to know if you serve that type of God.
For sure.
And
If
Yeah.
you're
like
if
that,
you're a
I want no
tyrant,
part of it.
if you're a tyrant jerk, I want no part of your tyrant jerk. God.
Exactly.
Yes.
Sorry.
Exactly.
It's
And
just
that
not what I want.
and that's my thing. Like people, like parents, Christians, whatever you want to call them, they like for real. We gotta be to a point. Jay, I don't know why your stuff sound like that, but it's
I'm on
It's
the I'm
very-
right here, like on the.
hold on.
He
Let me
got that
turn you
good
up.
one,
Let me
too.
Oh
turn.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh,
Is
it's
it-
the
That's
it's
the
the
sure mic.
directional.
That's
Yeah.
the good
Sure.
mic.
Oh,
We moving up.
That's the bougie man.
That's the bougie mic. We get the
You on the
bootleg
third
mics.
one, right?
Apparently they
Yes,
get
sir.
the
I
nice
actually
ones.
like
It's
it.
gotta
I
be.
like
It's
mine
gotta be
too.
where you holding because first it was like that. It was
Right
good
here,
for
it's
first.
right.
This is omnidirectional.
There it is. See, yeah.
Oh, it's the cover.
The cuff. The
Oh,
cover.
okay.
Well, what mine? No, that can't be it.
What happened? I took it off. Put it back on. Look, I don't know.
Yeah, it
Hello,
kind
hello,
of does.
Yeah,
hello.
there you go,
But
right
I'm,
there.
I'm eating the mic.
See, the yeah,
does
the
your
mic.
dad. Your
That's
dad
the
does
thing
that.
about shirts. Shirts, you got to be like this, G.
No, I'm,
You can't be like this.
No, I'm
You-
saying even right here, it's like it's low, but then
Yeah,
when I
it
do
is.
like I gotta like kiss it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
His
yeah.
mouth has to be on
That's
it.
the shirts for you, man. Like they,
Okay. Yo, what's
cause
up, y'all?
they cut out everything.
Mm.
They cut out everything, so you got to be
Noise
right up on them.
cancellation.
I'm
Yeah.
good now. We good.
Yeah, you good now. But yeah, but that's the thing with parents or just people who have kids in general. You got to be able to hear your kids. You got to be able to talk to them. You got to be able to hear what they got to say, and you got to be able to look past the again them being disrespectful when they talking to you. Because again, they
Seemingly
only
disrespectful because the thing.
no. What I'm saying
no,
is
no, I know. I'm saying perceiving it.
But-
as
Yeah.
but what
because the
no,
thing
no.
is, if you think about how, not just you, but
Uh-huh.
like us as adults, how we
Mhm.
talk to other people,
yeah.
Mhm.
I'm positive that can come across disrespectful to
And you're
other
not
people
Exactly.
on a
intentionally
thousand
doing
different
it,
levels.
right.
Yeah, and it's not
And
that
that's
you're
what-
doing it.
That's what I was going to say. Like your kid's gonna watch you. So if you be
Sure.
disrespectful to somebody else when you mad,
They're gonna think that's
they're
okay,
gonna
that's how
think
you
that's how they're
communicate.
supposed to do it.
Right.
So they're gonna communicate you. They're gonna communicate with you the same way.
It's just
So-
like how in our house, like when they used to talk,
Yeah.
I used to swear they were
About to
like
fight?
arguing. Yeah, and they were like gonna fight. And, there's
Yeah.
gonna be-
No,
and I'm
heck
just
no.
like, I used to come downstairs just like, what are you guys doing? But they
And
were
she-
just it was just
It's a
them having a
trigger.
conversation. And,
And
I was
she
just
used
like,
to always and I'm gonna be 100.
you're having a
Now
conversation.
there's some kids.
Okay.
There are some kids and some sons and some dads that can't communicate together unless they got somebody there. I'm not gonna say this is all the time.
Mm.
But with me and G, we got angry at each other, but knew it was an understanding that when he got older, we knew it was an understanding that that's it.
Yeah.
Speak your mind. I'm gonna speak my mind. We're gonna talk. Listen, you don't like what I said, I don't like what you said. It is what it is. But it never got to a point where I hate you, I want to kill you, I wanna do this to you. No, we got past that. That was but mom didn't understand that. Yeah, mom didn't understand it. She
Because I was living
she
off
made it
of
worse. Yeah, she was living off the past of what used to happen.
used to be.
Right,
Yeah,
you
but
know
she
what I
didn't
mean?
understand. And
Yes, I
then
understand that
G
part.
had to tell her, like, Mom, let me and Dad talk.
Yeah.
Like, you make
Yeah.
it worse when you do this. Because this is how it is. And I always teach my son, I say, or any of my kids, your mom come first. Period.
Mhm.
I believe that 100% because your mom, if she have to, she'll say, God, let me go to hell so that my
My kids
kid,
can live.
you see what I'm saying? I'm not doing that. You get what I'm saying?
He's
So,
he's so right. Yeah, that's
So-
what you get.
yeah,
Look
that's
at
what you get. You should have
Look
did
at
it.
you down in
Exactly.
hell now. Look at you.
So yeah.
at you.
So I teach them
Right.
your mom come first.
It's hot, ain't it?
Yeah, hot, ain't it?
I told
You
you.
want some ice? You want some ice?
No, I ain't got no napkin.
But I teach them that.
Wait, did you say you ain't got no napkin? Listen, let me tell you real quick about
Lord.
Willie and napkins.
Oh Lord Jesus.
Oh, we go to get food right in the car, just any random time. And Genesis will be in the back. She'll be like, "Can I get a napkin? What you need a napkin for? Suck it off your fingers." What? Willie, can you please get a girl? She don't need no napkin. What she need a napkin
You don't
for?
need 'em.
Are you
Hey,
serious?
what if we didn't have a napkin?
Yeah.
Suck it off your fingers.
Bruh,
You don't want her to wipe her hands off?
No, it's not.
What?
Listen. Here's the thing. It's not even that.
It is that.
No, hold on. No. It's not that. It's
Oh,
it's almost
God.
like it's like this. It's like this. They could get a little cut. I don't need a Band-Aid. I could get a scratch. I need a Band-Aid.
That's how
I needed
kids
this.
are.
No. You don't need a Band-Aid for that. You need a Band-Aid
But
when
we're
it
not
continuously
talking
bleed or when
about
it's open.
Band-Aids. We're talking
No, but I'm
about
saying, not
napkins.
these are the same way. Lick your
Wipe
finger.
your hand.
That's
He
you go.
said, lick your finger.
Hey, listen.
That's why COVID rampant now. Folks don't know how to do
No.
that.
every time I wash my hands, I'm looking for a paper towel.
Dang right,
over
we don't
here.
believe
I'm
that junk
like,
expensive.
I buy paper
That junk
towels
is
all the
expensive.
time.
It's
The
expensive.
minute I bring them in the house, it takes a good day or two. They're gone.
That's why we don't need it.
12
Because they're
packs gone.
expensive. Everybody
We're not
use.
used to having it.
No.
He said we're not used to having
I'm,
it.
I'm trying to twist the doorknob.
Gee, we're gonna
Right.
have to take. We're gonna have to take
Exactly.
care of
You
that
got your
mic because it's
shirt,
something.
like-
Yeah.
Yo.
So look, Alana said right. More
Mute
likely.
me real quick.
There you go.
Mute me real quick.
He said mute him real quick.
Yeah. Go ahead, Crystal.
Alana said right. More than likely, we're not being disrespectful, but you, the parent,
Yeah.
may be offended and unhealed. Hashtag ask me how I know.
Ooh, unhealed.
Listen.
Yep.
Listen.
Yes, unhealed.
Right, that's the
Jesus.
Yeah.
one.
That's
it
a
triggers
heavy word
something
right
in you.
there.
Yeah.
Yes.
If you have that knee jerk reaction to that kind of stuff, there's something
Yes.
Yeah.
in you
I
that's
used
being
to
pricked.
have
That's what me
that.
and Dad was talking about on that last conversation we had.
Oh, really?
What's that?
Yeah, remember when we were talking and he was like, what did you say? You had said something like, "Is there something wrong with me?" The reason why I'm like, "Yeah, there is."
Oh yeah.
Hey, T.
So, like, there's a problem with that. And
Yeah.
he was like,
Yeah.
We had that conversation.
And a lot of times, if you can
You
figure
know
out
what it
what
is?
makes you angry,
You gotta.
What's up?
You gotta take this, G.
That's what
This
I did.
part
I
is
just
slide it up closer to you because you know you move. You'll go to look at mom.
Yeah, I
you get
do
what I'm saying?
too.
Like
Me
you
too.
look, you move to look at her.
I do that.
So yeah, that's what it is. You don't.
You good now?
Yeah, you good. You
Yeah.
perfect. But that's what it is. G, this been ever since we got podcast. G will either sit back and relax, move to the side. He never stays in the spot where the mic is.
Yeah.
He never
I
do
feel you. Me
it.
either.
I'm finna buy. You know what I'm finna buy? I'm finna get the sure one that do like this.
Like the
Yeah, so you
play
can just
mics.
move. Yeah, get
Those
that.
are cool. I
Yeah,
like
the
those.
only bad thing about those, they hit everything. So if you go, they pick it all up.
What kind of
Yeah.
podcast is that?
I have a partner.
Yeah. Yeah.
ASMR.
But- But yeah, man. But again, like I was saying with G, I teach him. I go, listen, your mom come first, right?
Facts.
So at the same time, when she steps up and try and get in between us,
Yeah.
and I go off or I snap on her,
You gonna
He-
take her side.
he's got to
Right.
take her side. He
Yeah.
has to,
Yeah.
even though he don't want to,
That's been
or
instilled
even
in
I ain't
him.
gonna say he don't want
Yeah.
to, even though he feel like, dang, he has to
Yeah.
because this is his mom.
Right.
I'm the same way. I don't care what my dad like. I'll go to my mom later and say, "Look, you was wrong."
Yeah.
But at that time,
Right.
it's about moms. You get what I'm saying? So I'm gonna respect him for doing that. But at the same time, it could cause a problem to a point where if she keeps getting in the middle, it could cause a problem with me and him clash.
Yeah.
But see,
And
the
then
issue
now our
was-
relationship ain't. You get what I'm saying?
The
Yeah.
issue was
So-
I didn't trust Willie with G.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I
Damn.
didn't.
And that's
trust
the
him.
crazy
I
thing
didn't
because
trust him to have that
Yes.
relationship with G.
yeah,
I had to protect G.
Yeah.
It's like that. If you choose to be, and I don't. I
no,
don't
no,
mean
say
it
what you
now,
say
but
because
if you
yeah,
choose to be unhealed and live in
Yeah.
your past and
Yeah.
be hurt and be angry and bitter,
you're not
that-
gonna do it to my kid.
you choose to be there.
That's
You're
how
a
I
grown
felt
man.
with
I
my
can't help you
husband.
anymore.
Yeah.
In the
But
beginning.
this one, you can't defile this one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
You're not going to project onto him. So I
Right.
have to protect him and make sure that he understands this is not how a man behaves, or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, you
Right.
need to be healed. You need to learn to communicate
And
effectively.
see, but that was the thing, even with her. Like I told her, don't do it in front of him.
Right.
Take me to the room and
Yeah.
check me.
See,
I'll
didn't do
listen
that.
more.
Mhm.
I'll
I didn't-
listen more.
I didn't do
But when
that.
you do it in front of the kids, it's almost like a disrespectful thing.
right,
And it's
now they
like,
can
okay, now I'm finna
yeah.
show you that I'm that nigga. You get what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Okay, so
I'm
I
that dude.
have a question about
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
JJ, you tell me how you think about this.
Yeah.
And G, you too, from like a child's perspective.
Yeah.
I'm a grown.
For real.
Now you
21.
are. Now you
21.
are.
I can buy liquor, cigarettes, go to the club.
He's taller than me by
Shoot.
like 5 feet.
To my child.
To my child.
But go
But-
ahead, though.
But okay, so we've had this conversation, Willie and I.
Mhm.
So, like, because Willie's always like, don't ever fight in front of your kids. Right. And I hear a lot of people say that. Don't fight in
Yeah.
front of your kids. Don't have fights in front of your kids. And for a while, I was like, yeah, don't fight in front of your kids. And then I started thinking,
I
but
already know where
if
you're
you
going.
don't have an argument in front of your children,
They don't know.
How they gonna know?
how do they know how,
How
to
to make up.
function in their marriages when they
Right.
get married and they go out in the
Yes.
world? How do they then know? Because you've never modeled for them what a fight looks like or an
Right.
argument looks like. So now they're having a fight and they're just like,
What to do?
it's instinct.
What
It's
is-
just, it's
Right.
just
Survival.
right. Yeah, you go into survival mode. It's like, oh, okay. You start. I mean, I don't know. Whatever your defense mechanism is, you start
Nah, for real.
calling names or whatever you do. You know what I mean? You
Or
go
shut
into
down.
or you shut down. Yeah, because you don't know. You're
Yeah.
like, I don't know what.
What to do?
Yeah.
All I ever
And
saw
you-
was my parents.
And you're so
Rosie,
crazy
and
because
you
I've
know what I
seen
mean?
people like that. Well, I'm like that. Oh, well, I used to be like that. I would never argue with her. I just leave.
Oh, he would.
Shut
That
down and
pissed me
leave.
off
I didn't
so
argue.
Bad.
Yeah.
Oh, it
She
pissed me
couldn't
off so
stand
bad.
that.
Yeah.
We would be in the car. This man was like, pull over.
You
Yeah.
And walk
And
off.
get out
Yeah.
and walk off.
And
Like,
walk.
where you
This man would
going?
Walk while we
Two
driving.
reasons.
Wow.
Two, because I didn't want to argue in front of my kids.
Yeah.
Because no matter what, I'm gonna look like the bad guy because my mouth, my alphaness sits higher than anything.
yeah.
So I didn't
His
want to.
pride.
No,
sits
not the
higher.
pride. It's just no, not the pride. It's my outfitness. Like no matter what I say, if I said, Crystal,
'Cause it's like
be quiet,
it's like this.
they
man
didn't
was
hear
his
be quiet.
dude. So
Yeah,
it's
they
like-
didn't hear be quiet. They heard you better be quiet before I
Right.
knock you out. You get what I'm saying? It was just it
I'm
was
like,
my
oh, shit, we
presence.
gotta jump that.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
So,
for real, that's what I
like,
used to think.
so-
Oh shoot, we got
All
to
going
jump
on.
in.
Yeah.
Let me say the main thing that he used to say. He always used to say, I don't care if all y'all get
can't hear you,
along."
Jane.
I said,
Yeah.
he said, I'm gonna go back to mine. But nah, he was like, I don't care if all of y'all get along and y'all all hate me type junk. He was like, but y'all gonna be cool. Like he talking about me and my sister.
Yeah.
So like in our head, that's how we used to think. So it's like anytime anything went down, it's like, oh shoot.
Dang right.
We gotta
Dang right.
jump.
Like, we might have to get on gas.
Dang right.
Yeah.
Type junk. So it's just
Dang right.
So that, shoot, I used to think like that all the time for real.
But see, now they see in a way they kind of see like, oh dang, I understand now why dad acts or sometimes why he was the way he was.
Yeah.
Because and sometimes I was a certain way because of certain things.
Mm.
But you didn't know that as a child, you wouldn't know that.
Yeah.
Right.
And then not even that, she is again, women are the cubs, like they take everybody in and want everybody to love
We're
each other.
nurturers.
You get what I'm saying? Yeah, they want everybody to love, but not understanding that, man, get over. Get over. You know what I'm saying? And she like, no, let's just all no, get over. He's hurting me right now.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So it's like that's the thing, us as parents, it's like, and you're right. Like, how does a kid know how to handle things if they don't see the fight?
The model.
But I
Right,
think
yeah,
the
if they've
fights,
never-
I think certain fights need
fights,
certain
yeah, I was
fights.
Yeah,
about to
no,
say
but
I
when
mean,
but
yeah,
when you
shouldn't.
but when you are trying to tell the dad what he shouldn't or shouldn't do in front of the
The
kids,
undermining.
and like
Yeah.
kind of like undermine it, that
Yeah.
needs to be
Right.
in the bedroom or somewhere where they don't see it
Yeah.
because kids are smart.
Yeah.
They're gonna be
They're
like,
gonna try to
oh
play
shoot,
you.
so mama is
Yeah,
like
yeah,
this.
Yeah, you're gonna play
Bet.
you
They
for
play
sure.
You get what I'm saying?
Like-
Bet it's on. You know what I'm saying?
But see, then that's another thing that I think causes an issue in the house a lot of times is like things that may be important to you
Mm.
may
Yeah.
not be important to your husband. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
Willie and I had a lot of that going
Oh, boy.
on.
We still have a little bit of that
Do
going
We
on.
do.
Oh, boy.
under equally yoked?
Say
No,
what now?
not necessarily because I think
What was your question?
do you think that has to do with being equally yoked? Because
Oh,
I
no,
think
no.
equally yoked just means that you guys have
Vision.
your
Your
basis.
foundation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
your foundation is the same.
Okay.
But like okay, so for example, and it's a silly example, but it's an example. Like your dad doesn't like or used to not like people sitting in the living room.
Yeah.
I'm like,
You still don't like it.
it's a living room.
Yeah, I still don't like it, but I
Literally,
deal with
it's
it now. I
literally-
deal with
It's
it.
literally
Are you
in the
serious?
name. It's a
No.
living room. Yeah, that's why we used to have meetings in the garage and stuff. Because he's like
Wow.
living because the way he grew up was his mom had like the formal living room.
Oh,
that's
good
where
stuff.
right.
Yeah,
that's where
what you
like
touch.
Only the
nobody
adults.
sat, but like
Plastic
yeah,
on
and
the
it had to be
couch.
It had to be
a
somebody important.
specific-
Yeah,
like
I
a
was about to
pastor
say, yeah.
came
A
over.
pastor
We're going
or your
this
boss.
time. Yeah,
Yeah,
your
something like
teacher
that.
came
There was
over,
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Reserved
like
seating.
but like then there was like the den is what it was called. That's
Yeah, the den.
You can
Yeah.
have that.
You can have
area.
that
You
piece
can
of
have that,
crap.
whatever. Yeah, and it's all trash
Yeah.
furniture or whatever. Whatever, it's fine. It's
Yeah.
broken. Just don't sit on that one because it'll fall.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? But like, but I
Oh,
grew up.
Everybody got those.
But I
Yeah.
grew up.
Yeah, for real.
I grew up in a house where everything was living space. Like my parents were like, "This is home."
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I
This-
used to be like, how don't you?
and I'm like, why
Oh,
are we fighting
how?
about having
That
people in the
separates a
living room?
lot
You know
right
what I
there.
mean?
Background.
Yeah, and it's
upbringing.
true.
Yeah.
It's true, and that was really hard for
And
us
my-
for a while.
Yeah, and my thing was like, once you got a certain age,
Yeah.
you can sit anywhere you want because you work now and you can pay for it.
Alana
You get what I'm
said-
saying?
Alana said we can't even look at the living room.
Facts.
See?
Facts.
You'll read the
That's
rest
that
of them.
one.
You'll read the rest of them, Chris.
Oh, it was just basically Alana saying, yeah, right. You know, she said we as children we use it to manipulate as a manipulation tactic. And she said her
Yeah.
mom used to be the same way. But yeah, it's true. Oh yeah, you can't show a chink in the armor now. You got to be like,
Yeah.
You need a ground.
yeah, you have to be a unified front.
Exactly.
But even though, I mean, even though on that though, sometimes when you have a disagreement, it's good to model for children the way that you can work to
Mhm.
Right. To come to a
yeah,
solution.
to a
Well,
solution
if you
together.
do it in the right way.
And it does,
Yeah,
yeah. It
you're
can't be
right.
like you can't be name calling.
Because like
and,
certain-
Yeah.
certain
Right.
parents,
Yeah.
like they just too young. They had their kids at a young age. So
Sure.
it's just like
yeah.
they
Boy.
fight level. It's not like a
Fight ain't the
healthy-
Oh yeah,
word.
no, it's like them.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
it's
them for
like
real
that-
street
yeah,
fights.
it's them- yeah, like
Aiming
Yeah.
your
the mom might
cars.
just
Yeah.
pull out a gun
Yeah.
on the
or
it's
trying
crazy,
to
you know,
always
like,
trying to one up the other one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 Right.
Yes,
Right.
you're right. That's a good point. It needs to be a healthy argument.
Yeah.
Healthy.
Healthy.
And that's another thing. But we're gonna continue. We're gonna continue this. We're gonna continue this. Next. What you call it? Hopefully JJ can come back because it was great. But hopefully you can. Ain't no. Oh, you can come back. But listen,
I'm a kid that Bonnie.
But
Yeah.
yeah, for real, we're gonna go get her again. She have to come over.
Wow.
But listen,
y'all.
But listen,
The
parents,
betrayal.
start having that honest conversation with your kids.
Aw.
Or have a sit down. You know, like in our house, we have anytime we feel like the house is getting kind of
Pressure.
Tension.
pressure,
Yeah.
Pressure.
we sit down and say, okay,
You can feel
yeah,
it.
we sit
It's
down and we go,
tangible.
okay, this is what's going on.
It
This is
hasn't
what I
happened in a
feel.
while.
No, it ain't happened in a long while. But we'll go, this is what I feel. This is what I see it. What's going on?
Oh, so that's why you do it with the group.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, get
Yes,
inside now.
yes.
Right.
But,
But-
man, he used to say that joke.
Yeah,
Heavy.
you used to
Yeah, it
feel
used to be
it was,
super
It
heavy.
was very tangible. The
Yeah.
pressure.
And the
tangible.
thing was because again, we didn't know how to be parents.
Yeah.
So it was either, and we
the
always see,
communication wasn't open.
communicate, and then it was the attitude and pride. Because with me and her, it was like, this is how I see it, and that's
Yeah,
it.
And that's it.
And I was
right.
like, this is how I see it, and that's it. So it bled over into them.
And then it
And
was,
then they was
and
like,
then it was, oh, you gonna be rude to me? Okay,
oh, I'm gonna be rude to you.
I'm gonna
And
be
then
rude to you.
they
Watch
did
this.
they did it to each other, and then we
Yeah,
was
and
like,
then the
then we
kids
started
did it.
realizing like, they ain't doing exactly
Yeah.
what we do.
Wow.
They doing exactly what we do. We
Yeah.
got to stop this.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So there's times like I'll get on the Genesis, get on the G, or anyone,
Yeah.
and she'll just sit there and be like, either she gonna say he was right, or she gonna sit there,
Yeah.
and that's it. There's times where she'll get on them, I leave it alone. Cause with me, I'll be like, hold on, he just did this. What? She'll be like, I discipline him the way I think I should discipline him.
Yeah.
I'm like, no,
That's not enough.
punch him in the head. You know what I'm saying? Drop kick him.
I
Oh,
already got
that
boxed-
man.
I already got boxed out by mom, son.
yeah,
I
she was
just
just
told
saying it.
Jay
Yeah,
that.
she was just
I
saying it.
just told Jay.
She was just saying it. But yeah, but see, we have to let y'all handle that until you see it. Like I have to see where I fail,
Yeah.
and she have to keep telling me where I fail. The same way, like she have to see where she failed, and I have to tell her where she failed. and
Hold
we
each
have to
other
grow.
accountable.
And we have to grow. And it's the
Right.
same thing with the kids. We tell them the same thing. Like we teach our kids, look, you gonna have to handle this on your own. Ain't nobody coming to save you.
Right.
So however you open up them can of worms and they come out, you got to put them back in there.
But I
And
think
you got to deal with it.
I think the
think-
older they get, you can do that.
Sure.
Yeah,
much
yeah.
more when they get more responsibility.
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
But I think that's why I joke around with G a lot about not having a girlfriend.
Yeah.
But I think it's good. You know what I mean? Because I think he knows the weight of an actual relationship.
Yeah.
And how it
Then not
has
only
to
that, he
bear
don't
a
want no
weight.
baby.
Well, there's that
They
too.
got video games, they got cars. Them two
But
are
like-
terrible.
And that's what kids don't understand, boy.
The
Or the
weight of a
freedom
relationship.
of
Oh
no
man.
responsibilities.
Yes.
Or no, not having to answer to anybody.
Exactly.
Like
Responsibilities.
Like, I love my kids, but I wish I would have had them now.
right, sure, later in life.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Now.
later in life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I was 18 when I
I
had G.
Would've been-
And I know you were
One.
much
Yeah,
younger.
one
Yeah.
day.
You would have had to do this this age.
But see, that's the thing. If my brain was where it
That's
was,
what I'm saying.
I would be
It's-
straight to deal with
I
you
don't
now.
think it would have been though.
No, it would have.
Because
It
I
would've.
think I know.
'Cause
I
I
don't
would've
know
been
though,
like,
because I
yo.
think that he shaped you.
But I would have been. No.
Yeah,
What I'm
look,
saying.
Look at me.
No.
Look at me.
I'm the
I'm
captain
the
now.
captain.
I be kept it in. No. But what I'm saying is, I think that no. Me and him wouldn't have had a relationship,
Sure.
and I'm gonna tell you why. Because
Too old.
no, it wasn't even that. I would have thought the only thing I need to do is give you money and
That's all you gotta do.
no, heck no. I would have thought.
His
I
love
would have thought
language
all I
is
had to do was
money.
give you
Right.
money and just continue.
Gifts.
Long as they straight, I'm good. You know what I'm
straight.
saying? Not understanding
That's
that.
how my
Look
husband
Look at this.
used to be.
Look at this.
And that's not
Oh.
good. That was definitely not good. He
What's
just
that?
Throw just money.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
bank, You know,
yeah.
to the girls, and the
did the love
girls was like,
Yeah.
"No, we want a relationship."
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, bump
We
all
already
of
got
that.
that, so
Yeah.
you just give me the money.
And I
Yeah,
think,
right.
I don't know if it's I know not every dad is that way, but I think that a lot of dads are like that because my dad's like that.
Yeah, I'm
My
the
dad's very
breadwinner,
much
you know,
just, here's the money,
provider.
This
Yeah.
should make you happy.
Huh,
you
you do
know,
that.
this
You
means
do
I
that.
love you. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
Exactly.
And it's like
No.
I
I
can
think
understand
Hug
that,
me.
but yeah, like I'd
They
much
see it
rather
as
just
a-
hang out with you, honestly.
Exactly.
They see it
Yeah. And I think it's the upbringing with him as well, being Haitian. You know,
Mm.
it's definitely a different
Yeah.
structure.
Yes.
Growing up, it's
Yes.
not a lot of affection, so it's just like, what is
Right,
this?
that makes
Back
sense.
up.
Right.
Exactly.
You just take $20 and you can go skating.
Yeah.
Right,
You know?
Yeah.
But you know, now he's a lot more welcoming after that situation with my older daughter,
Oh, that's
with
good.
Naya. You know, he's a lot more open. and
Yeah.
when she wants to come downstairs and like, you know, Daddy, my day was like this, and Daddy,
Right.
He's
All the
like,
talking and yeah, he's gritting his teeth like
Trust
"I
me, I know.
Okay.
Daddy. Then when mommy come
And
home,
that's
it's
all
like,
they want.
mommy,
Yeah,
mommy.
exactly.
And I know that's what that's why I say like now, like I'm really a mom now. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? While,
Yeah.
while she's 11, and you know my older kids, they just just got the trash part.
Yeah.
Right. Sorry
What?
about
So
that, kids.
now I have a new thing. It's
Genesis.
called
But you know what?
that's
But you know what though?
Huh?
That's exactly. I think that's is why the boys was first
yeah.
because the boys can hold it
They
more.
got bigger
You know what I'm
shoulders.
saying? They got
I
bigger
think they
shoulder.
can-
A girl would
Yeah.
have like
I mean, it's still
G had
it still
issues.
affects
Like
them.
he had issues where he wanted to
Yeah.
probably hurt himself or he wanted to, whatever. But the thing about him is that he can hold. You get what I'm saying? He was strong enough
Yeah.
to hold. Not saying that's not using that as an excuse,
Right.
but God knew what he was doing
Yeah.
because he can hold and he can take and say, okay, dad was like this because this. Okay, I know how to take this and do this and do that. A girl can't do that. I ain't gonna say she can't. It's very hard
Yeah.
for a
it's
girl to
little
do that.
hard.
Well,
A girl
the-
just see
but-
daddy.
And I
Either
think that-
daddy mean or he just
well, I think
Yeah.
that's and it makes them bitter
yeah.
towards
Yeah.
men, and
Towards
that's what
men,
we're
yeah.
dealing with a lot now.
Yeah.
We're dealing with the effeminate men
Yes.
because they're effeminate because all they had was the mama,
Nah,
and then
for
you're
real.
dealing with the
Yes,
bitter
for real.
women because they didn't have the proper male
Dad,
role
yeah,
model. They didn't have that proper stable man in their lives. So now every man is trash. and
Exactly.
They're only good for what they're good for.
So
Right.
we're gonna
Well,
continue this next.
Let's read
Go-
Alana's
go ahead,
comment
go
real
ahead.
quick. So sorry.
No, no
Alana
problem.
said, with my parents, I saw the wrong way for the most part, but I saw a healthy way with my late grandparents.
Mm.
Well, at least
You
you had
move the
somebody.
mouse
That's
down?
good. It's just a smiley faces under
Oh,
there.
okay.
And she's talking about, gee, he knows what's best for him. Does he? Does he really?
Thank
And that's a
you.
great thing at his
Him
age.
grown
Thank
now.
you.
My dad did that to my sister and I, and he was there in his own way. Yeah, and I think that's what they, they're there in their own capacity, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She said she guesses her mom must have missed that wave as an island parent because she's very affectionate.
Wow,
I don't
that's
know.
awesome.
I think
That's
it's
good.
I think
yeah.
it's hit or miss.
I
With
guess I
island
never
women,
been.
Yeah.
men, I tend to think you're right. They're either very,
They're
I
very
don't know though,
stern.
because some island men are very touchy.
It is hit or miss.
But that's
I think it's
that's-
either
You know, I wanna
one
get a-
or the other. I don't think there's a lot of
that's
middle ground.
the ones that. What is that?
I don't know.
I don't know, but we hushing because you talking.
No, yeah, no, I had heard it and it was loud. It sounded like it's in.
That's
Boy,
dope.
John beat
Yeah,
Oh
he
my
beat.
God,
At first,
that's
at first,
hard.
hey, at first I thought they was in the house, but I was like, okay, it's time to go to war.
Yeah, that's why I was.
Not
fine.
folks breaking in playing their radio.
Yeah.
Don't right there.
Yeah, I was like, you got guts, you come in.
The right,
you
right.
Yeah, for real.
That's
No,
why I was
for
like, wait,
real.
these the new folks.
No, I think that'd be
Nah,
the-
for real.
That's the
These
millennials.
millennials.
That's the millennials we was
I
talking about.
told you she's
Yeah.
my twin, y'all.
we get that from y'all.
But what was you saying though? Before we ended,
Oh, sorry.
I was saying, I think that comes from the ones that.
what,
like,
is this the mic?
Oh, I think.
Yeah, they-
I'm taking that off. All right, so there we go. See,
No, it's not that. G is we. Okay, talk the way you want to talk.
I'm gonna talk
It's,
right there.
you wouldn't like that.
I'm
You
gonna
was
talk
like this.
and when I do this, watch it. Hello, hello, hello.
No,
I'm talking
see,
like
ain't no
that.
difference.
No,
It is
it's
a
the
big
same.
difference.
No. So he says a big difference. Ain't nothing-
Nah.
It's you. You just like to talk. You like to talk,
You like it.
chilling.
I don't like
Turn me
this
up
thing
no
in my
more.
face either, though. Like
I
I
right
can turn you up.
here,
Where you at?
Number 3. Yo.
you're
Is
all
that
the way
me?
up.
Yeah, that's you. You all the way
There we
up.
go. See, look, there we go. That's good. with me.
No, but look where you at and
I
everybody
know,
else.
Yeah, but I see. I
It's
talk-
because you want to relax.
He
got
does
the-
talk
I got the-
differently.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Oh.
Trust me.
Southern-
I know. It's
I got
the
that.
lazy,
He
lazy
does have a lazy.
new millennium.
He's chill.
He is very, yeah. He's like that sloth.
I
on
thought my
Zootopia.
junk was lazy, but boy, he junk like drunk
Like the
lazy.
sloth on Zootopia. It's okay. fine.
I don't even wanna talk
We-
about it.
Or was it the yak? Was it a yak that
I
worked
don't
at
even
the
want to
spa?
talk no more.
Oh, the small.
Yeah, that
Jack.
is. You're like the yak and the. If the
I-
yak and the
Oh man, I got
sloth had a
dreads now
baby.
too. I really look
Yeah.
like him.
All right, so we're gonna end it. We're gonna end it.
Remember, he had the
Listen.
block.
Yeah. He's cute.
We're gonna end it. Hey, listen, tune in next week. We're gonna continue this. Share this and bring people in, man, that you think need to hear this, or kids or
And
whatever.
everybody will be on time.
You know what I'm
next week,
saying?
or-
Yeah. But
Yeah.
we're gonna end this.
Early for once.
I know. I
JJ.
know.
That and I want to say this: kids need their voice heard, and I throw that in because I have a song called "Voice
Album
for the
coming
Youth."
out. Yeah.
Yeah.
We know what's up.
Yeah. But
No
listen,
way.
listen.
That's my.
That's
You
your
seen
twin?
that? You seen
Yeah,
that?
yeah,
That's your
yeah.
twin?
We know what's
Hey,
going
listen,
on.
listen.
Good right here.
But
Wow, when y'all hear
the album gonna be out someday when
when CD Baby,
when
get
CD
it right,
Baby
man,
decide
I'm
to
finna
say,
sue them
yeah.
folks.
Yeah, something
Okay.
to happen.
So
But
that-
listen,
Yes,
lots of
Alana,
money.
come back next
Lots
week,
of money.
please.
yes, come back and invite people to this because I think this is why the generation is like it is now. Not this generation, but all, because either we don't know how to listen, and they don't know how to talk. Did that make sense?
Yeah.
So that's it. So anyway, man, listen, we want to thank y'all for coming in. I got an album coming out. Be ready. We also got an event coming up the 31st. Man, this thing is gonna be live. I'm telling y'all, man, y'all come to this event. It's gonna be
Made to
live.
worship.
And then next year, if Lord willing and the world carry and everything, we're planning to have some very big special guests coming out.
Did you say
The-
next year?
Yeah, next year. At the next,
Oh,
the
yeah,
next,
we already
Like
on
in
next
the
two
year.
next.
weeks.
We already on next
We're
year.
already on next year.
Yeah.
This year's
So
over.
we're trying to get some, anyway, I don't even want to spill the beans.
PTSD,
Just
I was
know-
GoPro. Oh yeah.
Nah, I ain't gonna spill it because
Oh, boy.
see, it's a reason I tell you after this. But
We'll
anyway,
talk.
Give me
um,
a hint. One bean.
but listen, we will be having June 31st at Connect Point. We will be having our Made to Worship
December 31st.
December. I'm sorry,
You
y'all.
said June.
I said
was like, how
June,
we get to
God,
June?
dog.
Where you at?
Yeah, for real.
You
Yeah.
speaking it into existence.
I was
Boy, what you talking about?
confused.
That's the gospel badge.
Yeah, for real. But December 31st, man, we got a Made to Worship party. We gonna praise God like never before coming into the New Year's. It's at 10 o'clock. It's gonna be live. So for anybody who can't make it, like you out of town or whatever, you can't make it, it's gonna be live.
Still
Um,
tune in.
So still tune in. But for the ones in Georgia, and you get this,
Y'all better show
you need
y'all
to be
face.
there, especially if you ain't at another church. You need to be there. I'm telling
Y'all
you,
better
y'all
show
already
y'all
know how we
face.
turn up.
Y'all join us
Y'all.
December 31st. Connect Point Church.
You had to think about it.
White people,
This
man, they
counts
gotta
as
just
my
try and do
video.
it so professionally.
No, it
This
doesn't.
counts as
Man,
my
you
video.
crazy.
No, it
No, it
doesn't.
does not.
December
No,
Oh,
it
join us
does
at
listen,
not.
look.
Connect
Wait.
Point.
The only way this counts
It's
is if you
style.
go and you rewatch it and then you just screen record it
I
and
don't
then
even know
post
how to
it.
do that.
Well, see, then you gotta make a video.
You know
This
how
is
to do
not
that.
your video.
yeah.
You heard that,
Come
right,
on,
G-
come on.
Crystal? That's not your video. Hey, listen, we out. We out. We are out of here. I'm gonna leave y'all with the song. It's called You Said You. What?
What?
I was on point. Hold on. We're gonna hit it again. We're gonna hit it again. We're gonna hit it again. Hold on.
Okay.
Hey, listen, we out.
That's why we need
We
editing
got-
software.
For real. Hey, listen, but no, for real.
Nah, for
We're gonna leave y'all with the song. It's called "You Said," meaning that you said that you was in the street, but homie almost died in the street.
I
Stop
thought this
lying
was
to you
called
people.
Liar Liar.
But listen,
It's got multiple names.
it's got multiple names. Liar, liar.
You know how
Yeah,
they say,
actually,
you know how
that's
they
what it's
say
called.
A man
I'm
of,
sorry.
a man of many
Wow.
names.
That's what it's called. Liar, liar. You.
Man,
The song is
man,
called
the song-
"Liar, Liar." It's on the new.
You just gonna change
It's-
it
it's
right
on
there
there.
on the spot.
It's on the new
It's on
album
it, all the
Therapy. So we're gonna hit this thing, and you probably can't hear that good because it's coming out of this thing. But anyway, we're gonna hit it. We're gonna turn it all the way up.
Yeah.
I love y'all, guys.
Yeah.
With that said, made out.
Man, salute, baby. Oh God,
I
no
love you
cap,
too,
no cap
God.
on God.
ATL with another. You say you live in the streets. Well, I almost died in the streets. Why you out here? You lie to your fans. I almost call life in the streets. See, you was a liar, pacifier. See, you was a liar, pacifier. I was a G when you wasn't legit. Piss on my name to get you in the ditch. Hit with a stick, popped in the head with a rich. Homie that you signed with. Then was the days. Now that I'm saved, you better be glad that I am saved. Cause if you hear the sound of the gun, it is too late. And I'm so sick and tired of y'all telling lies to y'all guys like you were right. You was the same guy that'll talk a lot of smack, then go run and hide. Won't you tell the truth? Cause these kids gon' follow you. Cause everything that you put off in your music, they gon' try to mimic you. You say you live in the streets. Well, I almost died in the streets. Why you out here? You lie to your fans, I almost call life in the streets. See, you was a liar, pacifier. See, you was a liar, pacifier. See, nobody would tell you that when you make an OG call that somebody might answer. And homie that you had shot, he had a family, he wouldn't have passed. So what I'm just saying is that I had to answer to somebody daddy. But he got saved, told me that he forgive me if it were for you, God, I'd be dead on that day. Don't tell them how they gonna die and lose their soul over some glittering gold. You could've let that go. But you were too proud to pull it yourself, so you headed for self-destruction. And I know I'm gonna be the one that you hate because I'm telling you about the repercussions. You say you live in the streets, well, I almost died in the streets. Why you out here, you lie to your fans, I almost call life in the streets. See, you was a liar, pacifier. See, you was a liar, pacifier. Liar.